We are living in a time of revelation. It is not the love and light, gentle unveiling humans once hoped for. Instead, it is a violent rupture of facades long welded to the surface of civilization. In a single instant, the most rancid and profane fragments of the human psyche claw their way upward, bursting through the thin crust of etiquette and civility. It is as if the swamps of the collective heart have been drained all at once. And from that mire the tongues of the unguarded rise, slick with resentment, envy, cruelty, and fear masks that once held tight under the pressure of social expectation now crumble, falling away from humanoid faces that no longer possess the discipline to pretend. Restraint dissolves, words become weapons. And yet this eruption is not a chaos that explodes without purpose. It is full-blown revolution. We send to you the strongest among you, the ones whose spirits refuse to bend to deception, to crack the spellwork that has lulled entire populations into comfortable sleep. The illusions must fracture before the eyes can adjust to light. And so the battles shorten, the wars feel fiercer. Where once truth required years of excavation, it now surfaces in seconds. The victories come quicker, rip harder, but with precision. The endless seeking outside of self fades because the screens themselves begin to betray and reveal the core of personal performance. Truth flickers there in stark, high-definition clarity for anyone willing to look without flinching. But many will not, the complacent and the frightened ones shrink back into the corners of their carefully maintained identities, trembling at the thought of losing even the smallest illusion of control over their own voices. They clutch their slivers of influence as though they were sovereignty. But no tyrant, institution, nor crowd owns the architecture of your integrity. Your ethics are not leased from society. Your creative well does not belong to those who would tax your imagination. These are sacred territories of the self, governed only by the courage or cowardice of the one who inhabits them. You alone choose. You may stand as a warrior for what is right, or you may drift into the quiet anesthesia of those who refuse the burden of resistance. Both paths exist. Both will be walked. But make no mistake, the war of conscience approaches whether one participates or not. When evil thrashes in its final exertions, the sound it makes is unmistakable. It gasps. The vanquishing draws the air from its lungs like a tide retreating from a nuclear shore. The wicked scream because they feel the slow suffocation of their own decay. Death waits patiently beside us all as an accountant of consequence. The ledger balances itself. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And when corruption spreads unchecked across the fields of humanity, goodness must become something harder than kindness alone. It must learn to press its heel firmly into the ground, grinding the rot beneath its weight until the earth can breathe again. The strong of mind endure, but the wounds are many, and they burn. Across the landscape of human behavior, roam those who have spent their lives attempting to become someone else, adopting masks, borrowing voices, and reshaping themselves to fit the expectations of others. These shapeshifters now wander bewildered through the storm, unable to locate the truth of self they abandoned long ago. They blend into the chaos, into the lashings of the warring ones, those rare figures who've clothed themselves in armor forged from insights developed to keep them alive. Their armor repels the stench of the decay. They move forward through the battlefield with eyes unclouded by illusions. And though the air grows thick with the scent of endings, something else rises quietly beneath the roar. It's older, steadier, and inevitable, a tremor in the soil, and stirring inside the bones of those who refuse to forget who who they were. The rising has already begun. Give way to it.